This is one of the 3 trips that Grandma Hajara Musa makes every day, here in Ijabisa Buhari Area Council, Abuja. And to do that, the senior citizen in her 80s must battle arthritis in her swollen knees from the long walk. It is only about 130 steps to her destination, supported by her walking stick. But those steps take her a quarter of an hour. She goes down a steep slope, careful not to slip or drop her bucket and walking stick. And there it is, the brook where she comes to 3 times a day to fetch water. The global discourse on women and water inequality usually focuses on women of childbearing age and younger females down to the school-age girl child. There is hardly any talk of seniors in their 60s and above, like Hajara, who also deal with this challenge. Hajara arrives at the brook where a younger woman is already washing. Heedless of contamination, she scoops with her calabash until her bucket is filled, before washing her face and rinsing her mouth. Suds, lather, and laundry dirt flow downstream toward her.
Nakwana.
Yeah.
How many times in a day you they come here come fetch water?
And
she is ready for the labored walk back home. At home, she gets to walk. The water is recommended to boil batches of herbs she drinks and baths with for her illness. It is just what the doctor ordered. She will be back for a second and a third time to fetch water. She is not alone. In communities on the fringes of Abuja, it is common sight to see women of childbearing age and schoolgirls carrying buckets or basins full of water on their heads, and men washing motorcycles by the brooks. It isn't just women of childbearing age and girls. Thousands of grandmothers are having to walk extra miles to get water for their households or for themselves in rural communities scattered throughout Nigeria's glitzy capital city of Abuja. Shey Zanzan Tokura lives in Pasipa in Buhari. She is widowed and all but one of her children are already out of home. Even cleaning her utensils means a trip to the brook to wash 2 cups, 2 spoons, and 5 plates. For the women, water is life and also a pain in the neck. Several years of heavy weight on their heads and shoulders and long distances have taken a toll on their health. Back, neck, and shoulder pains are frequent. Nearly 2.1 billion people battle every day to get clean, safe water. That battle is heaviest on women. Up until 2015, the proportion of people globally with access to improved water source increased, according to the United Nations. For the grandmothers of Abuja, walking long distances for water, this is laughable. In another community of Jiko, Binta doesn't walk long. She draws from an artisanal well tens of meters deep into the ground in her compound. She is 90, but it is her duty to draw the water she needs for her household. The frequent bending over to pull water from deep in the ground has left her with a persistent back pain. Checking into a home for the elderly is not an option. The Nigerian government has not built any old people's homes, according to Elijah Okon Akpan, head of the elderly branch of the Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Development. Only states like Katsina, Niger, and Kaduna have their own old people's homes. A total of 25 old people's homes and daycare centers for the elderly are scattered around the country, all built by missionaries and non-government organizations. The federal government only contributes to them. Economic services for widows from the Ministry of Women Affairs have also passed these widowed seniors by. The ministry's Director of Economic Services, Idris Mohammed, says widows are the targets of economic empowerment. They are trained and given starter packs like grinding machines to make a living. The women have never even heard of such things, so they stay put and find a way to stay afloat. Sheizazan sells firewood, Binta retails petrol supplied by her son, and Hajara sells brooms she makes from palm fronds. The women know what a tap is and how water systems work, but it is not for them. Physical activity is one thing. Physical exhaustion of grandmothers is another thing, according to Dr. Ogugwa Osi Ogbu, a geriatrician and consultant physician at the National Hospital, Abuja. Hajara's son Musa is an artisanal well digger. He has dug 10 wells, digging deep, breaking through rocks to beat the rocky terrain. However, each time in vain, they all caved in. Now the wells are refuse pits.
How it used to happen. And then sometime when we got digging, we made the stone, this seal, and this seal. We made the rock inside. So no access again to dig more. Yeah.
The country has a bill for senior citizens centers signed into law since January 2018. But the year's budget has no provision to fund the establishment of any such center, and hope dims for nearly 10 million senior citizens across the country. Elders like Hajara, Sheizanza, and Binta are part of the Sustainable Development Goal statistics of 3 in 10 people who lack access to safely managed drinking water services.